What's going on YouTube? It's Pico.Blurred and I got a crazy one for you guys. You guys can see my brother, he's getting a haircut today, but he has severe Tourette's. So this isn't going to be like a tutorial or anything. If you guys want to check out more of my barber content, go check out my other videos. If you want to learn how to cut hair, you can learn from my other tutorials. Especially if you want to learn my specific process that I use to go about different styles of haircuts. But this is not that video. I'm not going to be going in depth on this haircut. I just want to show you guys kind of what I have to go through when I'm dealing with cutting someone with severe Tourette's. Now, if you guys don't know, Tourette syndrome runs in my family. My mom has Tourette's. I have slight Tourette's. I don't know if you guys have seen my other videos. You'll notice that I have a couple twitches. Especially if you're new here, go back and watch a couple of my videos. You'll notice that my shoulder twitches a lot, or I blink my eyes a certain way. I just have very specific twitches that I do, so it's a small case of Tourette syndrome. But my older brother, who's in the chair right now, he has severe Tourette syndrome, and he's had Tourette syndrome probably since we were about 8, I believe. He's a year older than me, so when he was 8, that's when his Tourette's kind of developed and got really bad. So he's been dealing with it his whole life. And if you don't know what Tourette syndrome is, basically it's a neurological kind of disorder where your brain sends signals to your body and your muscles to just spasm and twitch. There's different types of Tourette's. His, for example, he moves a lot and jumps a lot. He grunts. He'll make noises with his voice, so he'll grunt and say things. And he actually hits himself. So it's a lot to handle, especially if you've never dealt with cutting someone with Tourette's. It's difficult, just because you have to take a lot of breaks, especially if they are having a bad day and their tics are a lot worse than normal. It's gonna take you a little bit. This haircut took me about an hour, and you kind of just want to get through the haircut as fast as possible, so that he doesn't have to deal with trying to sit still in the chair for too long. So you have to kind of go through a little bit fast and try to get done as fast as possible. But it still took me an hour, just because whenever he is going to twitch, I have to kind of step back and give him space and just let him twitch a little bit and then get back to cutting. So you want to make sure that you have some sort of anchor on him, just so you know when he is about to twitch. Because if you don't, and you're just using your trimmers or your clippers and you're cutting the hair and you don't know when he's about to twitch, that could be a serious problem if you have your clippers on there and then you'll gap him or you'll cut him with your clippers. So you definitely don't want that happening. So have your other hand on him or some sort of anchor with your cutting hand, just so you can feel the twitch about to come and you can be ready to back up and give him some space so you can come back in and get ready to cut again. So it's all about just being patient and letting him kind of get through what he needs to get through, and then finishing this haircut as fast as possible. And really, you just want to try to give him the best haircut that you can. It's okay, because it is really difficult, so just do the best that you can. Make sure that it looks good enough for him to walk out of there and feel like he has a good haircut. So I've been cutting him for a long time now. Ever since I started cutting hair, he was kind of one of my first people that I ever cut. Obviously, family is always the best people to start on if you're beginning. Just get you a family member that trusts you, that you can practice on, and then as you get better and better and better, their haircuts are just going to get better. So family is always one of the best ways to train yourself and teach yourself how to cut hair. So if you are wanting to learn how to cut hair and you got yourself a pair of clippers, ask your family. They're probably going to let you do it, because it's not the end of the world if they have a bad haircut. And they're going to be way more lenient than some random person. Family's family, so they do a lot for each other. But yeah, so I've been cutting him for a while, so I know his hair, and trust me, he's a difficult client. His hair is super dense and super thick. it's a very hard texture to cut, plus the fact that he's twitching the whole time. You know, it's not like he can control it. When you have Tourette syndrome, a lot of people think that it's, you know, fake or there's looking for attention, but it sends brain signal that you can't control what's happening. And some people think that, you know, they'll see people with Tourette's and they're acting normal in public. Well, that's because he's trying his hardest to stop his twitching. It's almost like if you were gonna sneeze and you tried to hold it the whole time so that you don't sneeze. That's kind of what it feels like, which is super, super uncomfortable. So when he usually just comes to me because he doesn't have to act some sort of way. You know, if he was seeing a random person, you might try to control it a little bit more, and then, you know, that it feels weird, it hurts at some point. So he comes to me so he can get a haircut and not have to feel judged or not have to control his tics as much. So he actually tics a whole lot when he's sitting in my chair getting a haircut. So it's hard. It's very hard. But I've you know, been doing it so long that I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to his hair and controlling his tics and stuff like that. But you guys, I'm not even gonna lie though, I thought I was a little scared when he first came today to get a haircut, because you guys know that I upgraded my chair a while ago, so I have a really expensive chair. It's about $1,200, and he's jumping up and down and twitching. I was afraid that he was gonna break my chair. Now my chair is rated for about 500 pounds, so I guess I shouldn't be too worried, but it was a little scary with him slamming on my chair because it was really loud. You guys can't hear it because I turned the volume down because I have copyrighted music in the background, but when he's doing those jumps and slamming on the chair, it's loud and he sounds like he's gonna break it. But luckily I checked the chair afterwards and my hydraulics worked and everything. It went up and down, so I was good there. But it's a little bit scary when he's jumping up and down on my chair. But again, with the haircut, it takes a lot of patience. So you just gotta work with your client. I don't know how many people in the world have Tourette's, or if you guys have ever dealt with something like this or even seen someone with Tourette's, but I kind of want to bring awareness because there is a lot of people that don't know what Tourette's is, and they just never seen it before. And so I want to bring awareness because sometimes my brother will go out, or sometimes I'll be sitting at dinner and people will just stare at you because they think that something's wrong with you, but we literally can't control it. So I kind of want to change the stigma and shed some light on Tourette syndrome. And if you see somebody that's maybe doing twitches or tics and it doesn't look normal, they might have Tourette's. So you might want to think twice about saying something or something like that, because we've been in restaurants and we've got complaints from other people at other tables. They'll bring it to management and manager will come talk to us and we're like, we can't control it. My brother can't control his Tourette's. It's nothing we can do. So just be mindful if you do see somebody like this out in public. Don't judge them too quick. They might have Tourette's and they might not be able to control it. But so here I'm cutting his hair on the top. This is really important when you're dealing with someone with Tourette's. You really got to be able to feel those tics coming, because you have sharp scissors in your hand and you don't want to cut him and you don't want to cut your own finger. So be very, very careful cutting the hair on top with shears. Just be patient, take your time, and just feel out when the tics are about to come. You have to kind of be hyper focused on clients like this, giving as much detail as possible. You got to be paying attention so that nothing goes wrong if he is gonna tic at some point. You just gotta be wary of it. Just be hyper focused, and you'll see in this video. So I have a camera, I have a phone gimbal, and it has AI tracking, so it usually tracks the face. Right now I didn't realize that it's not tracking him at all, because it does that sometimes if you're moving too much, or if it doesn't see your face for long enough, it kind of loses focus, so it's not focused on him right now. But you'll see that it started focusing on me while I'm cutting his hair. But you guys can see how hyper focused I am. I'm like super focused on what I'm doing. Here it goes. Just look at that intense look. I'm super focused. I just want to get the job done and make sure that he has a good haircut. Because you can do these and might not be the best, but you just want to make sure that it's as good as possible so that they're leaving happy with a good haircut. And I think we did that today. I think it turned out really good. He likes those mohawk type of looks, so I give him a burst fade mohawk. Shorten the top a little bit, kind of more like a mullet kind of mohawk. He likes keeping length in the back and the top a bit shorter, but then we give him that burst fade look. We mess it up, make it all textured and get it all messy. That's just the style that he likes. So, but hopefully we did this haircut justice. I think it turned out pretty good for what we have to deal with. You guys let me know in the comments. Also, if you guys can recommend some suggestions, when he's twitching, so he's moving a lot, he sweats a lot, so his skin gets really sticky, and the hair just does not want to come off of his skin when I'm trying to brush it or when I'm trying to clean him after the cut. Even using talc powder, the hair just does not want to leave his skin. So if you guys have any recommendations on people with like sweaty or like sticky skin to get hair off after the haircut, let me know in the comments, because I struggle with this. I just don't know how to get the hair off off his sticky skin. It's just really a hassle. But we got this hair cut together. You guys are seeing the final steps. I'm just clearing off and edging up around the haircut. You know, when you have a haircut, the most important part, I don't say the most important part, but one of the most important parts is framing your artwork. So I'm giving him a super sharp edge up, as sharp as I can get it without using the razor, because honestly with him, I'm not trying to use a razor if he's gonna twitch at all, because I'll end up slicing his skin off, or so I'll end up scalping him, and that's just something I don't want to do. So I'd rather use like an electric shaver. It gets the job done, and that way I don't have to, you know, be super careful with a straight razor. But I'm just finishing up, clearing all the hair off his neck. I'm gonna style it with some sort of texture powder. I don't get it in the video, but I'm gonna style it, make sure that it's looking really messy, and then show you guys the end product. But this, if you do have somebody that comes into your shop and is twitching a lot, they might have Tourette's, or if you've seen this before, drop a comment and let me know how your experience went. It's always a different experience whenever he comes to sit in my chair, because his Tourette's could be really bad one day and really, you know, it's just a little bit difficult. But this is the final haircut. I hope you guys liked it. Let me know how the haircut turned out. I think it turned out pretty good in my opinion. But let me know in the comments. If you guys want to check out any of my other videos, go check them out. YouTube thinks you're gonna like these ones, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.
Oh my god, is that Pico.Blurred?